Hi, it's Katrina Kavanagh here from Kindness on Purpose. I want to talk to you about the fact that people can't talk. And right now, anyone who's been through a tragedy such as the fires will have less access to their words. So there'll be people out there who simply don't know how to speak about it. Even the people who are very articulate people, meaning as in they normally are articulate, they normally articulate their feelings, thoughts and whatever's quite well, okay, when they're experiencing things. When we go through an extreme tragedy like this, we can feel like we lose connection to our words, or the words that we say nowhere near describe the depth and level and severity of what we're actually feeling. So if you have loved ones around you who can't talk, who have shut down, it's okay. They're doing exactly what is expected, all right? Getting them to talk is not going to help them. Okay, so please don't put pressure on people who do not feel like talking. Don't put pressure on them to talk. Now, this sounds strange coming to me, from me, I'm a therapist, and you would think that therapy is all about talking. Very old-fashioned thinking to think. It's a very old way, bit 80s, bit 90s, bit early 2000s, even 2010, 11, we're still pumping with that a little bit, but certainly at this end of the decade, we are very aware, due to the latest understandings of how the brain and body work around emotion, that it is absolutely natural and understandable to shut off and close down and not be able to speak. And in fact, getting people to talk can actually hurt them. Okay, it can actually re-traumatize them. So it's really, really important to not get them to talk. If their instinct, if their brain and their body is going, no, I need to shut down, I need to not speak, or I can't speak, please, literally, to use a very woohoo word, honor that in your loved one. If you're feeling that yourself, understand that's okay. You are having a brain experience, okay? So what's happening in the brain is that the thinking part up here, which is where all the words are, right? When we're in a state of distress or just gone through a trauma, our amygdala flicks our brain down into the primitive part of the brain, into a state of fight, flight, freeze, or submit. And what happens is, when we're there, obviously we don't have access to this part of our brain, which is where all the words are. So therefore we either can't find many words, or we can't find any words, and often the words we can find don't even describe adequately what we're feeling. So please know, not talking is what is absolutely expected at this particular time as we're going through the crisis, okay? The other thing I'll add is that therapy won't be any use to you when you get to the point of being able to talk until you have your food, shelter and clothing sorted out. We're going to go, referencing Maslow's hierarchy of needs, really important. Unless you have shelter, you don't have a roof over your head, a place to stay that feels reasonably stable for you, then doing the deeper work of working through how you feel about this is it's not the best time to do it. We need to have food, shelter and clothing sorted for you before we can get into that and have you feeling safe to a degree, or a lot, obviously, before we can get into that kind of talking work. So at the moment, it's all about honouring where you are at. Trust your brain. It's working in your favour to protect you, okay? It's shutting you down, numbing you off, disconnecting you from words, if that's what's happening, okay? It's doing its job, all right? Now let's talk about the body. We feel most of our emotions in our head, chest, belly, back and throat. And that's because our emotions are felt in our body. We can track it with our vagal nerve. So our vagal nerve runs from the back of our brain, wraps around our vocal cords, comes down through our chest and heart and lung area, down through our gut and ends at our colon and reaches out to organs. So it is the conductor of, it's where we feel a lot of our emotions. So when we get that heavy feeling in our chest, that's the vagal nerve, okay? When we get that yucky feeling in the tummy, that sick feeling or butterflies in the tummy, that's the vagal nerve, okay? When you get that lump in your throat, okay, that feeling in your throat, again, that's the vagal nerve. So here's some things you can be doing to look after your body, because that's all you can do. This is not about talking. If you want to talk, sure. But if you're someone who's finding it hard, please honour that. And instead look after your body. Heat packs, cool packs. Probably cool packs, given that it's summer and it's hot and we're talking about fires, we want the opposite of that. Cool packs on our chest, cool packs on our tummy, right? You're working with the vagal nerve. Cool pack and ice up on the back of your neck. A wet cool washer on the back of your neck. What we're doing is we're directly targeting the vagal nerve on our body, okay? This sounds weird, but gargling water gargling cool water actually works to help you, help snap that vagal nerve back into action, back into that the activity of helping to calm your body. So gargling is also really helpful. So gargling, cool packs, cups of cool drinks, ice blocks, but really being aware of it as you swallow, and being aware of it, okay? The feeling, if you can. Any of those things. And please try to wrap the words around, I'm doing this to look after my feelings so I can feel okay again. Sounds like a weird mantra, but it's really important. I'm doing this to look, when you're putting the cool pack on, putting the ice on, just before you go gargle, I'm doing this to look after my feelings so I can feel okay again, because those words are a mantra that we use for neurologically to talk to the brain, to reassure the brain and make the link between the behavior. We're wrapping those words, I'm doing this to look after my feelings so I can feel okay again. We're wrapping those words around the behavior of the cool pack or the ice or whatever it may be, okay, to get the end result, which is a sense of a little bit of relief, because I can tell you your body will feel a little bit of relief when you apply those things to your body, okay? A few tips for you. It's okay not to talk. In fact, it's probably better that you don't. Please don't ask your loved ones to talk about what's going on. It's not going to help them at this time if they don't want it. If they're saying, no, I can't, trust it. Their brain's working in their favour. Take care. I'll be bringing you another post soon about getting back into nature by the water. Talk soon. Bye-bye.